We're on the record in cause number 327696. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Alfredo Reyes.
Yes, sir.
Is that your full name?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Reyes, would you please put your mask over your nose and your
Yes.
mouth?
Sorry.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Mr. Reyes, you're here represented by your attorney Don Boudreaux. Mr. Boudreaux, how are you doing?
Yes, fine, sir.
That's good. Mr. Boudreaux, do you have an announcement that you would like to make in Mr. Reyes' case?
Yes, sir. I'm in the process of going over the discovery. I'd like at least one more reset.
Okay. All right. Okay, will 30 days be fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, reset him for 30 days.
Yes, sir.
And you can get your reset, Mr. Boudreaux. I think this is your only case. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go.
Yes, sir.
And you have a blessed day. And Mr. Reyes, once your attorney gives you your reset, you'll be free to go as well. And you have a blessed day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Okay.
Judge.
Okay, you're welcome. Would you, Mr. Baylor, we're gonna go back and to the motion to revoke probation docket. Would you call Jesse Ayumechi? We're on the record in cause number 321-244, cause number 324-097, cause number 326-143. All three cases are styled the state of Texas versus Jesse Obina Onyemechi. How you pronounce your last name? Oyemachi?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Oyemachi. How you doing, Mr. Oyemachi? Okay, that's good. Mr. Oyemachi, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Oyemachi, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you may put your hand down. Now, Mr. Oyemachi, have you been before this court on your motion to revoke probation?
I didn't hear it.
Have you been before this court
Yes, sir.
on your oh, this is your first time? Mr. Baylor, could you give him the judge's explanation? No, I'm gonna go over it. I gotta go over it with him. Could you reach me one? I'm up there. I need. Oh, never mind. I have it. Mr. Oyemachi, you have before you a document that is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. But first of all, let me do this. Your first case, which is cause number 321-244, is a motion to revoke probation. This motion alleges that on March 7 of 2019, in Jefferson, 2019 in County Court Law number 2, that you were found guilty for the offense of driving while intoxicated. And your punishment was assessed at 90 days confinement in the Jefferson County Jail and a fine of $750. Now, the confinement portion of your probation was probated. Well, the confinement portion of your sentence was probated for 1 year. During that 1 year probationary period, you're required to pay fine and court costs among other things. And you also had terms and conditions of your probation. Now, the state on January 14th of 2020 filed a motion to revoke your probation. Now, if your probation is revoked, you can get up to 90 days in the Jefferson County Jail. Do you understand that? Now, as a defendant, we can go to the next form. As a defendant in a criminal case, you have 3 options. Number 1, you may hire an attorney. Do you understand that option? Number 2, if you do not have enough money to hire an attorney, you may request an attorney be appointed to represent you. Do you understand that option? Number 3, you may represent yourself. Do you understand that option? If you want an attorney to represent you and have enough money to hire an attorney, the case will be reset to give you time to do so. If you want an attorney and do not have the money to hire one, you will need to fill out a financial questionnaire so that the proper person can determine whether or not to appoint an attorney to represent you. Do you understand that? You may not speak to the prosecutor about your case unless you sign a written waiver of your right to be represented by an attorney. Do you understand that option? Be aware that there are dangers to self-representation. Waiving your right to an attorney and representing yourself may result in a worse outcome for you and your case, including the loss of significant legal rights and opportunities relating to military service, possession of a firearm, housing and public benefits, child custody, immigration status for non-citizens, and employment. Do you understand that? If you choose to proceed without an attorney, you may change your mind at any time and may request counsel from the court. At the bottom of the document, it states defendant's choice. Mark initials next to only one choice. If your choice is, I want to reset this case to hire my own attorney, then you put your initials on the first line to the left. If your choice is, or if you have already hired an attorney, you put your initials on the second line to the left and the name of the attorney on the line to the right. If your choice is, I want to apply for court-appointed counsel, then you put your initials on the third line to the left. If you have already been appointed an attorney, then you will put your initials on the fourth line to the left and the name of the attorney on the line to the right. Now, if your choice is, I want to waive my right to hire an attorney and represent myself, then you put your initials on the fifth line to the left. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Once you finish signing, or once you finish initialing one of the 5 lines, then you will sign where it says defendant and you put today's date, May 14th of 2021. There should be a pin there. Yeah, you can make your choice and then sign and date that document. Okay, now your choice is to hire your own attorney,
Yes,
Mr. Oyumachi. Oyumachi.
Yes, sir.
You can stand over there on the X in front of, in front of the court coordinator. She will reset your case. And once she resets your case is rather, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
You too, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Go ahead and sign the form. You won't see it.
Just see, okay.
That's your next court date. Thank you.
Okay, see you later, Mr. Oyumachi.
You too, sir. Thank you.
All right. Tanika Mose. She has a case on the MTRP docket and the announcement docket. She was to hire. Yeah.
We're ready to go. I'm sure on whatever you-
Okay. Okay. We on the record in two cases. First case is cause number 321448. The second case, now the first case is on the motion to revoke probation docket. Second case is on the announcement docket, and that second case is cause number 327790. All three cases are styled the state of Texas. Excuse me, all two cases are styled the state of Texas versus Tanika Mose. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Ms. Mose?
I'm fine.
That's good. Now, Ms. Mose, last time you was here, I see a notation on the docket sheet that
Attorney.
you were to hire an attorney. Have you hired that attorney?
No, that's what I was gonna tell you. I was gonna go with, James Paget, and then I was gonna go with another man, but I'm undecided on which one. Cause my baby just got out the hospital with COVID, so I've been indoors.
Hold on. You say your child just got out the hospital with COVID. How
Yeah,
many?
like 2 weeks ago.
So, okay, so your child no longer has COVID.
Mm-mm.
Okay, and you did. Okay,
No,
okay,
sir,
okay.
We all got checked.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
sorry, Judge.
Okay, just checking. Okay. Now, Ms. Mose, how much time do you need to hire your attorney?
Probably like 2 weeks, so not really that long, just because I was in the hospital, I couldn't do it.
Well, we can give you 30 days.
That's
Okay,
fine.
reset at 30 days. You can stand over there. Both cases gonna be reset to give you time to hire your attorney.
Thank you.
Okay, and we hope that your child is doing fine. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
You too, Judge.
We're on the record in clause number 322600. Case of style of state of Texas versus Emily C. Cook. Now, for the record, your name is Emily C. Cook?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Ms. Cook?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Ms. Cook, you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. Jack Lawrence. Mr. Lawrence, okay, Mr. Cook's case is on the motion to revoke probation docket. Hold on a minute, we're gonna wait for the probation officer. What is, Mr. Lawrence, what is,
Thank you.
well, first of all, Mr. Probation, let's see.
That door is locked now.
What is the recommendation from the probation office? Do we have?
Recommendations, Your Honor, this time is revocation, based
Revocation.
on her lack of effort to complete the conditions of probation.
Okay. Now,
Your Honor, there's a lot of inaccuracies, so that's what we're,
okay, okay. Now, Mr. Lawrence, what is your announcement? Are you announcing a hearing or?
we're gonna ask for a hearing, Your Honor, at the present time, and we could even agree to rescheduling her payments since she's behind on her payments. But right now, she's got a real good full-time job as a server. She's also, she has a change of address that we need to make you aware of. For the last several months, she's been living in her dad's camper, and she's doing quite well there. And she's helping take care of her 16-year-old sister and making sure her 16-year-old sister gets a GED and everything. But she's making sure that her 16-year-old sister doesn't run into some of the same problems she ran into. So she's got a full plate right now. She's doing real well. We've been offered 90 days by the state, but in light of the fact that she's doing so well, would ask that either that the probation be continued possibly with some new conditions, or if necessary, she might could
Okay,
take
Mr.
30 days.
Okay,
but she-
Mr.
That's
No,
what
first of
we're-
all, put your mask over your mouth and your nose, sir. Thank you, Mr. Lawrence. You put it over your nose as well, Mr. Lawrence.
Well, Your Honor, that, I can't see anything because it fogs up my glasses. I've had all the vaccines, and if you know, the CDC just said that people who've had their vaccines don't need to wear masks anymore.
Well, yeah, but I think the county has some regulations
Yes,
that says that, in common areas, you don't have to wear a mask, but each court have other rules.
can I just put it here?
Okay, well, that's fine.
Good.
Now, so now, if you are in negotiation with the state, you negotiate with the state right now, I'm just asking to see if you want to schedule it for an announcement, for a plea, or a hearing. One of those three options.
Well, it is true that we only have a preponderance of the evidence standard approved if we have a hearing, but as it stands right now, because she is doing much better, if she could get with somebody where she could readjust some things, maybe we could reach an agreement. But right now, we would want to do a hearing
Okay,
on some of this.
okay, give us a hearing date. Don't put that hearing on that same date with that other hearing.
I won't. June 18th. Yeah, June 18th.
June 18th?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna reset it for June 18th.
Is that what day? of the
Probably a
week?
Friday, because we have our MTRP hearings.
Could we make it the next week of June? My mother's
Okay.
92nd birthday is June 15th.
June 25th.
That'd be much,
Would that be okay?
that'd be better.
Okay, reset for June 25th, contested hearing. This is Emily Cook. Ms. Cook, your attorney is gonna get your reset for you. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Lawrence, you can get your reset. Once you get the reset, you'll be free to go as well and you have a blessed day.
Yes, Your Honor, and I would appreciate some discussions with the district attorney's office if they want to discuss the case with you.
Okay. This. Thomas. Antonio Reagan. And Robert Murphy. You have another? No, I didn't have that one checked. Oh. Antonio Reagan, would you come forward? Mr. Murphy, you can have a seat in the gallery. In the gallery. Okay, let's see. Mr. Reagan,
Yes, sir.
okay, your full name is Antonio Luis Reagan?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Reagan?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Reagan, this your first time here?
No,
did-
I was here before, but, you told me to come back in like 4 to 5 days.
Now, were you to hire an attorney?
No, I was gonna pay off my fines.
Oh, that's what that is, okay. And you have it?
No, not yet. I was actually gonna request if I could get like maybe 1 more month for it to pay it off.
You need some more time to raise the money?
Yes, sir.
That's what you're saying? Okay. 30 days will be sufficient? That's what you,
Yes, sir.
okay. let's reset him, let's do this here. We're gonna reset you 45 days.
Okay.
That should be, this is Mr. Antonio Reagan. He's at the bottom of page 1, and he has a fine and court cost that he has to pay. So we're gonna reset in 45 days, so he can get the money to pay his fine and court costs. All right, Mr. Reagan, stand on that 4X in front of the court coordinator. She'll give you a reset. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Sign the front page.
Robert C. Murphy.
How you doing?
All right, I'm doing fine. Now, Mr. Murphy, your full name is Robert Charles Murphy?
Yes, sir. This is great.
Okay, how you doing, Mr. Murphy?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's good. Mr. Murphy, you appeared in court before on this case? I see you have a felony case, which is in drug court.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm just trying to, have you appeared in court in the last, say, 45 days in this courtroom?
I think so. When I did, they had just picked up the case, and it was a warrant. They took me to the factory.
Oh.
And I funded out.
Oh, okay. So when you appeared, there was a warrant for this case,
Yeah.
and then you bonded out. Okay.
I think it was a mishap with the bail bond.
Okay, so you probably didn't fill out the judge's explanation. Okay. Now, Mr. Murphy, you're charged with Class A misdemeanor unlawfully carrying a weapon.
Yes, sir.
Now, that paperwork that he just placed in front of you is called a judge's explanation
Mhm.
of rights to defendants without an attorney. I'm gonna explain that to you. I'm gonna go over it right now. So as a defendant in a criminal case, you have 3 options. Number 1, you may hire an attorney. Do you understand that option?
Yes, sir.
Number 2, if you do not have enough money to hire an attorney, you may request an attorney be appointed to represent you. Do you understand that option?
Yes, sir.
Number 3, you may represent yourself. Do you understand that option?
Yes, sir.
And if you want an attorney to represent you and have enough money to hire an attorney, the case will be reset to give you time to do so. If you want an attorney and do not have the money to hire one, you will need to fill out a financial questionnaire so that the proper person can determine whether or not to appoint an attorney to represent you. You may not speak to the prosecutor about your case unless you sign a written waiver of your right to be represented by an attorney. Be aware that there are dangers to self-representation. Waiving your right to an attorney and representing yourself may result in a worse outcome for you and your case, including the loss of significant legal rights and opportunities relating to military service, possession of a firearm, housing and public benefits, child custody, immigration status for non-citizens, and employment. If you choose to proceed without an attorney, you may change your mind at any time and may request counsel from the court. At the bottom of this document, it states defendant's choice. Mark initials next to only one choice. If your choice is, I want to hire, or I want to reset my case to hire my own attorney, then you'll place your initials on the first line to the left. If you have already hired an attorney, then you'll place your initials on the second line to the left and the name of the attorney on the line to the right. If your choice is, I want to apply for court-appointed counsel, then you'll place your initials on the third line to the left. If you have already been appointed a court-appointed attorney, then you'll place your initials on the fourth line to the left and the name of the attorney on the line to the right. If your choice is, I want to waive my right to an attorney to represent myself, then you will place your initials on the 5th line to the left. Once you finish placing your initials on one of the 5 lines, you will sign on the line that says defendant, and you will date it today's date, May 14 of 2021. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, there should be a pen before you. You can make your choice. And then once you make your choice, we'll move on from there.
Your signature.
Thank you. Okay, now, Mr. Murphy, you want to hire your own attorney? So you're going to stand on the floor, X in front of the court coordinator. She's going to reset your case. Once your case is reset, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. See, we have one case left on the motion to revoke probation docket. No, it's Townsend. We never, oh, that's right, he's in jail. Okay, okay, well, we don't have any more. That concludes our motion to revoke probation docket.
I put them on the agenda, Thursday.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. They pled in, on the felony charge.
Okay, let me see, we have, Burbank on Tyler. And on the second page, this says this person is in Polk County Jail. Corrites, Cormier. That's what it says, Polk County Jail. Do you know anything about that, Mr. Shearer? If that's true, then he's in our jail?
Yeah,
He is?
looks like today.
Oh, okay,
Today, I printed this yesterday, so he put in today.
He was.
okay,
So I put him on the jail
3:38
run
this
for,
morning,
Okay.
he was arrested for trespassing.
I put him
Okay.
on a jail run for Thursday.
okay. Okay, wow. And the last one is Tom Burbank. We have Wilbert Tyler. Last one. We'll be in recess. Need